Hold on, before you guys skip ahead, as you know, I've started a campaign of trying to get Trump to talk to me about bees in the state of the industry. I have a video talking all about all of the problems that we are seeing currently today. So today is day 2 with those efforts, but I'm ready to shift the conversation from talking about the problems to instead talking about what solutions we can find to fix those problems. So that is where I need help from people like you to help me brainstorm and do the research to figure out what can we do to fix some of the problems we're seeing in the beekeeping industry. The first thing I would love to tackle is trying to figure out how can we help all of the forage that is in our environment, not only for our honeybees, but also for all of our native pollinators. Forage is decreasing by around 2 to 3% every single year right now. I don't know why there's not more people talking about this, but monarch butterflies are currently on the endangered species list, so it's going to be up to us to kind of find solutions to these problems and see what we can do to help. So if you have any ideas, throw them in the comments. Now let's get into the vendor interviews and see some of the cool new stuff that's happening in beekeeping. So what do you want to look at?
Well, let's do.
They have a lot of neat stuff here.
I think
We got honey jars.
I dig.
We do have to come back and talk to them when they're here at a later time. I believe this is the booth of the Wisconsin honey producers. Oh yeah, and they have a thing on Tropicales. I love that.
She's becoming a very big advocate on the dangers of Tropicales.
Yeah, I think we're focusing on things that don't... We're focusing too hard on Varroa that we're ignoring everything else that's going on in the industry. Personally, I think, at least.
Well, it's sort of the enemy we know is taking stage over the enemy we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And it's really going to be the boogeyman that sneaks up on us. It's going to be like, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
Yeah.
And then you mix that with the problems we're having with herbicides, which...
The herbicide tolerant crops.
Yeah, they're literally starting to get me on kind of a scare. They're starting to make me realize how crazy that is. Like that we're doing that.
Well, because it's wrecking all of our forage, so then our butterflies are suffering, our native pollinators are suffering, our bees are suffering, of course, too. But it's all of them.
Yeah, and we got to come together. We had an amazing chat with Charles Linder.
Yeah, we'll have to loop back around to him.
Yeah, he was so informative.
Oh, and we got one of the creators here of the Expo.
Oh,
How you doing? This is William Werning. You guys, this is the first year.
There you go.
This is the first year of the Expo?
First year of the Expo, correct.
So what made you guys want to start it?
Doug messaged me back in, I believe it's the last day of May, and he was like, hey, I have this idea. And he shared with me what his thoughts were about having a trade show in Wisconsin. And I said, I've thought about the same thing over the years, but it's not something I want to tackle on my own. So the both of us sat down a couple days later and made a few phone calls, talked to a couple speakers. We got Liz Walsh and Michael Bush, Phoebe Schneider on board within the first 2 weeks of discussing it, and it's been all uphill since there to today, and here we are now. And I think we've exceeded our expectations for this first time event. So we're looking forward to another year and trying to improve on anything that we can. If there's something we can do different going forward, that's where we're at.
Yeah, definitely. Did you say the end of May is when you guys sat down and figured this out?
This past May, we first talked about it. So it's been about 7 months. We put a lot together in 7 months' time.
Yeah.
That's sheer willpower right there.
Right, and a lot of help from a lot of good friends and volunteers. It wouldn't have been able to do this without all of the people that have been behind us all along.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're trying to bring that back in the beekeeping community. Show that we're all connected.
I would definitely say my first impressions are I'm actually very astounded. I think that it's a wonderful layout. I think we were just talking about your drive, like the
little walk between there.
Yeah, but we caught the cart.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, I'm glad the weather's good for this weekend. If we were Monday or Tuesday, it would have been a little bit more brutal. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We decided we were going to name the cart the Boober, like Uber for bees.
Might as well. That sounds like a good name for it.
No, it's actually been really wonderful.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Well, I'll let you get to it.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Good
of course.
seeing you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.
You too.
Oh, you want me to? Oh, okay.
No, so we were looking at these. We have no idea what they are, what they do, why they're different, but we're going to find out for you guys.
Yeah, and these have like. Whoa, why are my hands purple?
Purple hands.
Yeah, they're like really purple. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Yeah, I like I'm guessing that's probably for where the bees crawl through to get to the other side of the frame.
I think you might be right.
These would last forever too. These are like,
What? I wonder what they're made out of.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him. Is this something that'd be, no, this wouldn't be 3D printed. This would be molded, wouldn't it?
It looks injection molded.
Oh yeah, because it has the.
Yeah, there's no 3D printing lines. You got the mold pieces right there where it's shot in at.
Oh, and I wonder if it's small comb because it has 5.4. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to him when he's done chatting. It looks cool.
There's a lot of people here. Was not a bad turnout.
Got some pumpkin and spice cream honey. It looks like.
Pumpkin and spice
Yeah.
cream honey. How neat.
Creative.
So we were chatting with this girl earlier, and we're gonna get a good chat with her again about her hives. She was very informative.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a lot of good deals here. How's it going? So what's your booth about? May we film?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Hold that. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Brandon. I'm with Mann Lake Ltd. We've been selling beekeeping supplies to beekeepers since the 80s.
Yeah.
So we've been a part of this industry since the beginning, because beekeeping's been going on a long time. But I mean, we're here now, and we're helping educate beekeepers and want to help contribute to their success.
Yeah, I've been seeing that you guys have been making some videos lately on YouTube. They've been really informative and really good.
Absolutely, it was the thing that we were lacking on a little bit. So we're buying into the fact that education will help make it more symbiotic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, the success of it, right? You can't guarantee it, but if you help educate and provide good quality products,
Yeah.
that's the other thing we're striving to do, is provide quality products to customers. And if and when that does have any sort of hiccup, take care of it. And I think at Mann Lake, that's what it was built on, is good customer service.
That's good to know.
I have a question. What's your favorite thing on the table? If you had to point to one thing, what's your favorite thing on this table?
Easy check.
What is it?
Easy check.
Easy
That
check?
Easy check right there. It's because, and it's not even that we make it. I think it's low-hanging fruit to pick something that we make, but people don't check their bees enough for mites. And if you ask beekeepers, if you ask 100 beekeepers, a lot of them would admit that they just don't check their bees enough for mites. People are treating prophylactically, but they're not checking them. And the only way to really know your treatments are working is to check the before and after. It's a little bit of a pain, but I really like to push.
Yeah, I'm for that too.
Do your mite checks. And I understand it's a little bit of a sacrifice if you're doing alcohol wash, but it's for the greater good.
Yeah, killing 300 bees for 1,000,000 bees. Yeah, it's definitely worth
I
it.
actually want to make a T-shirt that says, the T-shirts that say you don't do enough mite checks. And I think a lot of people buy it.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, especially for the new beekeepers.
Absolutely. So it's something I really try to advocate for and suggest to people.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, wait. Is that a bee on your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. We're bee buddies.
Mine's a drone.
Mine's a drone.
I relate to the drone.
Yep. Well, my goal was to get the drone the first year, a couple worker bees, and then on my 5th or 6th year, I was going to get the queen. Kind of like a way, I wanted a new bee for every year that I've kept bees until my arm was filled.
Yeah.
But, okay, that's awesome. You won my heart. I love it.
Nice meeting you.
You know they're real if they got a bee on them.
And this one.
We have Yes Honey is here again.
Usually it's me.
We're gonna have to scoop up some more, like another pack of their drinks. They're really good.
They really are good.
Hive Hugger. Fleet Bee.
Oh, those are cute. Those are super cute.
Those are cute. Healthy bees, healthy world. I love that.
So what is this? Complete natural bee all the time.
Looks like a nutrition product.
It's like a... Oh, I wish somebody would tell it.
Oh, I think it's theirs. Oh, and they have one of those styrofoam knives too.
Yeah.
Well, he's giving you 15% off the list, so that's
I like that.
I guess we got to come in when everybody's at a talk.
Yeah, so we'll come back in when we can move around a bit.
And everybody is able to speak.
So it won't be that there isn't people in here, because there's a lot of people. Like, there's actually quite a bit of people.
Honey taffy.
You want to tell us about your stall? Or your booth? It's a booth, right?
Yes, it's a booth.
Can we record?
That'd be a better thing for her. She likes
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh, recording? Yeah, here. Let me finish this. I got them. Regular ones are usually. What can I do for you?
So, you want to tell us about your booth?
Sure, I'd love to. So we're Hanson Honey Farm. We're from northern Wisconsin, Rhinelander. We have a full beekeeping supply store. We sell anything you need to get started with bees. We specialize in trucking honeybees, so we truck our bees in from California. We also have a wood shop, so we're manufacturing our own equipment, boxes and frames and everything. So we really like educating people in the area about beekeeping, getting people into beekeeping.
Needed.
Yeah, and providing raw local honey to people in the area, kind of educating them and stuff like that. So it's a family business for us. This is me and my sister, and my dad runs it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we grew up with it, and this is what we do, and we love what we do. We love educating people and bringing them good products at a decent cost to get as many people as we can into it. So
Yeah,
it's really fun.
Do you make the earrings too? Those are really pretty.
These? No, my sister makes these. She's 15. She makes those on her own. They're clay. She bakes them. She creates them.
Oh,
she
wow.
puts them all together.
Oh, wow.
She's super talented.
That's awesome.
Really cool.
I know. We're trying to get her to start selling them somewhere online so you can follow her and get a hold of them. So
Yeah, that's
someday,
impressive.
hopefully. But yeah, you can always get them at our store. Or here today.
Where's your store located? Like,
Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
do you have a website?
Yes, we do. HansonHoneyFarm.com. We're on Instagram and Facebook, Hanson Honey Farm or Hanson Honey Farm LLC on Instagram.
Okay.
So-
So how do you guys make the taffy? I've never seen this before either.
There's a local candy company that we work with, so we send them our honey and they make it into candy. So they make us this taffy, the caramel, and then the caramel bars, the caramel wrapped in milk chocolate. They're delicious, very addictive.
I bet.
Yeah. So everything in the store we ship all across the country from our website. Yeah.
What are those things?
These are pot holders.
Oh, you got pot holders.
Our neighbor makes them.
So you guys are just bringing the world together.
I love that.
I like that. Like,
Yeah.
True nature of a beekeeper.
Yeah, a lot of this is local stuff that we kind of we meet people in the area we work with. There's a lot of stores in the area that we sell honey to. So they sell our honey and our products, and it's really fun. It's nice to work with the community and get it all together. So it's so fun, and it's fun to be down here. Part of my family is actually from this area. So
Oh, really?
We have delivered bees to Waukesha for a long time. So
So do you guys do like pollination and stuff too? I heard you mention California.
we don't. We used to. My dad actually started the business. His dream was to be a full-time honey producer. You know, lots of hives. Then one thing led to another, and now we're so busy with our store and manufacturing, we don't actually run that many hives. We run about 100 hives.
Okay.
So not a lot compared to large-scale beekeeping, but we like to support other large-scale beekeepers with our business. So we buy honey from them and we sell them supplies, and it works out well because there's not enough of us to do everything. There's so many different things you can do in the beekeeping world that you can't do
there is.
everything. So we kind of found our niche with the manufacturing and selling supplies and educating people. And it's nice to be able to get to know your customers and help them out with stuff. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you said you have honey in grocery stores. Do you ever So fake honey, that seems to be like a really big topic
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yep.
Does that ever affect you a little bit, just with like the prices and?
Sometimes, yeah, because our honey is more expensive because it is raw, it's local, and it's most of it's that it's local. So sometimes you will get real honey in the store, but either it's been pasteurized or it's not from the U.S. They bring it in from Argentina or whatever, and you just don't get the same benefits as you do with local honey. So like our honey that we get, it's straight from Wisconsin, maybe Minnesota or Michigan, mostly Wisconsin, and it just comes right out of the hive, and we filter it and we put it in a jar.
Yep, exactly.
And that's
how
it.
it should be.
And you get the best health benefits from it. It tastes the best, and then it's from your area, so you're getting wherever you live. That's what you're getting, and all that pollen and all the good stuff. So
Yeah, definitely. Do you ever find you guys are kind of competing a little bit on the shelves with the fake honey, or do you have like a good solid customer base?
we have a pretty good customer base, especially
good.
up in Rhinelander, and we fill jars. So if you're in the area and you bring in a container, we'll fill it for you. We run a big sale in September where after all our honey's in, and we sell honey. So we have this year, I think we did 6 pallets of pre-filled jars that people brought in, and we filled them up and they picked them up, and we give a special price. But otherwise, we offer a nice price on just filling your own container.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in Rhinelander do that. They just bring in their jars and we fill them up, or they buy a jar and then they bring it back and refill it.
Yeah, definitely.
They just keep doing that. But a lot of people use it for their baking. They'll come and fill buckets and whatever. And so that's really nice. So we're really blessed that we've got a lot of people in the area that know us and like us, and they buy stuff from us, and they get our honey, and they know our honey is the best or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, it's nice. So we do pretty well, even despite the fake honey.
Yeah.
We do pretty well. We like to educate people on the benefits of the real honey as opposed
That's
to
what
the
we've been
fake
trying
honey.
to do too.
Yep. Yeah. But it's definitely something we like, and we like to make it natural. We don't like to be adding stuff to it. We actually just came out with some flavored honeys. We don't have any here today, but some flavored creamed honeys that we're just naturally flavoring with fruit powders and stuff to make them flavored. Or we just came out with hot honey.
That's
so
been a
we're
hot seller lately.
I know, we kind of caught onto that. We heard it was a big thing, so we just got into that. We just did a couple flavors of that. So those were all selling on our website. And I think the creamed honeys we even sell on Amazon. So
Cool.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, we've got a couple. We got like elderberry has been really popular. It's just dried elderberry powder and honey, just whipped together, makes this like creamy spread.
Wow. That's
But we have
easy.
elderberry, raspberry, blueberry, cinnamon. Sometimes we have pumpkin spice in the fall to die for.
Okay.
So-
How hard was it getting on Amazon? Just curious.
We've been selling stuff on Amazon for a little while. We just since 2020.
Oh,
as my
okay.
sister says. Yeah, we ship supplies through there. It's just another avenue of getting stuff out. So we pack everything we sell on Amazon. We pack in house and we ship it out. So every morning I ship out packages. But we're officially our logo is like a brand now, so we can sell our honey and our taffy and our candies.
That's good.
That stuff is on Amazon.
Yeah.
We prefer if you buy it from our website because then we don't have to go through Amazon.
Yep.
So
Makes sense.
you get a better deal and we make more money if you buy it from our
Yeah.
website. So everybody wins.
Yep.
Either way. But yeah, you can find some of that stuff on Amazon since we are a recognized brand now.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for showing me your booth.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, of course.
you.
I'm Emily.
Nice to meet
We're
you.
with BeFit Beekeeping on YouTube. So
I'll look you up.
Yep.
Have faith.
nice to meet
Have
you.
faith. You guys have a wonderful energy. I like it.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
I'm good at talking.
You really are.
You really are.
Yeah. It runs in the family.
Some people get nervous, so I'm glad you just took it away and ran with it.
Yeah.
And let's support Lily's handmade earrings, guys. If you can find them, buy 15. This is
Look at the detail.
This is what you need to buy. So hit their website up and let's support the little ones.
If you follow us on our Instagram, I'm sure I'll start posting if you follow us on our Instagram, I'll try to start posting if she's ever starts to sell those online.
Okay,
where people
definitely.
can get them.
You you should encourage her because I think they're very beautiful.
Absolutely,
Yeah, definitely has a skill. I could never do that.
I know, she's so talented. I don't know how she does it, but she's pretty cool.
A 15-year-old makes those. Those are gorgeous. Are they?
They're all made out of clay. She bakes it, she designs it all herself with her little tools.
Amazing.
I know. I'm trying to get her to
talent.
I know, I'm trying to get her to build an Instagram page or something.
She should, definitely.
I know. Yeah, they're beautiful. So right now
Yours too.
I know. I don't even. These were a gift. I don't
Really?
even know where they came from. My old boss gave them to me.
Nice.
What are they? Can I see them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they're
those are
actually
cute.
from a local shop in Rhinelander, I think.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Well, it was nice meeting you guys.
Meeting you.
All right.
You want one too?
Well, should we chat with? See if anybody's not busy.
Chat with this.
But I like the color.
I think that's the glove. That's the glove guy.
Yeah, I don't
He
know
kind
about
of
him.
walked up there.
How's it going?
Oh,
Need to
good.
talk to William over here. He's a very interesting old beekeeper.
Who are you?
William Palmer?
Oh, the one right here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's where we'll go
He
then.
grew up in Montreal, Canada.
Wait.
Really?
So tell us. Wait.
And he lives in East Troy, Wisconsin.
I bet it's warmer probably from what he's used to.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Me?
Yeah. Let's interview you.
Well, I'm a beekeeper from Southern Illinois. Been raising bees for over 60 years. I got started when I was 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
This is my first year that I'm not selling nukes or packages. I decided at my age I don't need to be working that hard anymore.
I don't blame you.
We run anywhere from 80 to 150 hives per year. And we're way down in Southern Illinois, down in the coal mines.
Oh wow.
So I've got 2,700 acre property that I'm able to put bees on, and it's half of it's farmland, the other half is for raising for turkeys, pollinator crops for turkeys, bobwhite quail, and ducks.
Oh wow. That's
So
awesome.
you said you started when you were 10. So what got you into it?
My dad,
Oh, okay. Was he a beekeeper?
he had over 200 hives when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
So
you
that's
got to
how we
learn
got
from him.
started. My dad got started through FFA project in 1946. Right now we're working on the 4th generation. in
That's
the
awesome.
family.
That's
really awesome.
I'm second, my son is third, and then his daughter is helping him, and then I got another son that's got bees. Him and I work together, and I've got a 13-year-old grandson that's the muscles.
So what's
That's
your
awesome.
secret then? Because they always say there's like what the third turn.
It's called the third turning, where after the third generation, everybody loses interest.
Get them started young.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I dig that.
Yeah.
Get them started young so they have no money.
Yeah.
Well, thank
There
you.
go.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Can we ask you about your booth? Can you mind us if we record? All right, hold on. I got.
Okay.
You can ask me questions or
Yeah, so just tell me about your booth. What are these? These gloves look really cool.
yeah, well, we're Apis Tactical. We're a new beekeeping brand, and one of the first products that we've come out with is the gloves. So we're kind of known for that at the moment, but we have about 20 different products in development. So with our gloves, since they're here, we have a professional model. So it's as far as I know, the only short cuff beekeeping glove, but it's modeled after, well, I guess you call it mechanics gloves or driving gloves.
Okay.
So the idea with these are goat skin. They're designed for dexterity, so optimized for the feel and doing fine movements. And then we have this other model that's got a 3/4 gauntlet, but these are what we call our heavy-duty gloves. So they are made with full-grain cowhide. So they're optimized more for durability and protection. So a lot thicker of a leather, so less dexterity but more durability. So those are the two models we have. They both come in two colors. We got the white or the black. These are just here for trying on for sample purposes.
With the black, I'm not concerned with the color.
Haven't been a problem. Black in some parts of the country will get attacked by bees, but
My black watch,
yeah,
I get stung right here.
yep, they will.
Yeah, right here every time.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot in the north with the
For the
gloves.
summer, I run 10 watch.
Sure.
So I was just curious why the black was.
The black is just what we came out so they look less dirty, and the black to this day still outsell the white 2-to-1. So tens of thousands of people have been using the black. But we've got both colors, so different parts of the country, different types of bees.
Yeah.
And the two different models for different types of purposes. So
Yeah, I love that.
that's what we do. Apis Tactical, the tactical part means on purpose for a purpose. And that's kind of our brand, our mantra,
Yeah.
so to speak. We're rethinking beekeeping supplies and where we can make an improvement. You know, we try to be tactical about it. So
Yeah, my
That's just
biggest
an example.
complaint about just the standard beekeeping gloves is it's so hard to grip anything because they're so like big.
And they have to be bulky because that's where the protection comes in, because we all learn fairly quickly that bees can sting right through that leather, right?
Yeah, they can.
So if you're not moving and they're not loose, you're going to get stung. And so that's where the backing of these gloves
Yeah, I
is
was gonna
5
say.
millimeters thick. So because it's 5 millimeters thick, that's too far for the bees to sting through. And they're stretchy and there's
Probably low breathable too.
very breathable, especially this model. You can put these on in the morning and just take them off at the end of the day and still not be soaking wet hands.
Yeah.
So it's tools in the toolbox, depending on your management style for bees and what your goals are. That gives you some more options.
And I saw you have a shirt on.
Yes,
I saw
that's
them at Nobby. What's the difference
Yeah,
in them?
that's an example of I call it our activewear line, but it's polo shirts. We have other types of activewear that's branded. We'll have workwear. We've got beekeeping pants coming out. Of course, suits and jackets. That's going to be, I think, our flagship very soon. Very excited. I've been saying it's very soon for a while.
Yeah.
But when it's something that new and different, it's taken a while to develop it. So
you want to make sure it's good.
yeah, they're coming out here this spring, so a lot of new things. We've got like a funny little example of rethinking it. It's called our Apis Tactical Repair Kit. And it comes with, of course, a sewing kit, if you're real ambitious. And it's designed for all beekeeping equipment, not just ours, not just any one thing. It's got instruction guide. It's got some repair mesh and glue because I'm not keen on sewing, but with a ventilated suit,
Yep.
you can sew them. Use glue, a little screen protector. And they all come with this pocket duct tape.
That's
And
awesome.
it's a little trick I learned in the mold remediation and asbestos removal industry. So when you're out in the apiary, you catch your suit on a hive and you get a big tear in it.
Yep.
The bees are upset. You've got this in your pocket right away, just a quick field repair. So just kind of an interesting little product that we've made.
I love that you thought of every detail because my suit currently has a big, huge cut in
wow.
it from
Okay.
exactly that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
it makes it easy to fix most beekeeping equipment. It's just
Yeah.
a little something that didn't exist, so we thought, hey, it should exist.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what we'll keep on doing as time goes by.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
I do adore your. It's not a logo, but it's your symbol, your image. I do like that. I like that a lot. I think you guys did a good job with that.
We wanted the tactical feel, but not, it's not a military tactical, it's an on-purpose tactical.
Yep.
The military uses the word tactical because they have a mission. They have to do things on purpose for a purpose.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's where we're taking that tactical from. So
Do you have a military background?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
They're just being tactical with the word tactical.
Yeah.
Yes. But we
I love that.
we do play off of it because here's tactical hats.
Yep.
And these are just giveaway hats that we use at trade shows.
Ooh,
We
look at
do
this.
have
Is this Velcro?
Yep, that's typical, like your SWAT teams and military teams will wear that. I'm not sure what it's for. It's like there's a VR patch that drones can see you, as a buddy told me. I like it because you wear them under a bee suit and that could be poking. I don't like that thing poking on my head.
Yes. Yes, me too.
We do actually have hats for sale that are designed. They've got a lot more features than these giveaway hats. Like they're black and light absorbing under the brim. The brim is it's like smooth, so it's easy to clean because you're going to have wax on your hands and gloves.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of features on the actual hats. Again, we're just looking through each thing and trying to be more purposeful about it.
Yep, exactly. I love that. So here's their card. I'm going to take one. Go ahead and reach out to them
Okay.
if you're interested.
I like it.
Yeah, watch for the new products on the website because we got a constant stream. Almost every month is a new product that we're releasing.
Oh, wow. You guys
It'll
are busy then.
Yeah. Do I look exhausted?
Right?
So, but it's fun.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. So, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm Emily, by the way,
Yes, now,
with BeFit Beekeeping.
BeFit. Yeah, I saw that just briefly. I don't know too much about it. I don't know too much about the BeFit, but I want to check that out and see what you're doing.
Yeah, so it's just a YouTube channel. We're trying to help out hobby beekeepers because it seems that after year 3, they end up getting discouraged and quitting. So we're trying to help.
Make it to year 5. That's kind of the big cutoff,
Yep.
the drop-off point.
Yep, exactly.
Well, that is great. We'll have to talk about that.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful presentation.
Yeah, I've got a channel reserved, but I don't have the bandwidth right now to do it, and I need to hire, so I don't want me on the video.
Why not?
I got things to do.
I get it.
But, so we call it Bee Gear Bus.
I like
We've
that.
got that YouTube channel reserved, we've got the website reserved, and we want to talk about bee gear. How can we improve it? So I've talked to some of the vendors who have some great product ideas, and we talked about logistics and where we're getting them created. You know, so as we build our skills for our brand building, our company is actually owned by a company called Tactical Brands. We're a brand building company. So Apis Tactical happens to be our first brand that we're going to build from scratch.
Okay.
Later, we're going to be buying, developing, and adding brands. And some will be in beekeeping and some won't.
Okay. Yeah.
But with that, a YouTube channel about beekeeping gear and helping other companies with their gear and promotion.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's needs a little bit of explaining about what these new things are. So.
Yeah, the industry can. Oh, how do I even explain that? There's the older folks in the industry that they're just used to everything being one certain way. So I feel like it's always been.
And you can't blame them because literally I was doing a presentation on the history of beekeeping gear, all the way back like the Egyptian times. We've probably all seen those. But you look at photographs from the 1800s. The only difference about some of those photographs and today is like they're black and white, not color. I mean, the bee smokers look the same.
Oh, really?
It's just coveralls with the same pockets, same basic design,
Yeah.
same hood concept, veils.
So you mean with all the crazy things that come out, and all the new hives and all the new designs and all the new everything?
Yep, it's been
the one that's the most common today is what was most common back then?
For the
Might
most
be
part.
something to that?
Yep. And part of that's because the stuff works.
Yeah, it does.
But also, the rewards for innovation aren't as great in a niche market like beekeeping as they would be in the broader market. So that's one of our concerns is, okay, where's that plateau?
Yeah.
Do we invest several $1 million into beekeeping when there may not be the return on it because there's just not that many beekeepers compared to people who ski or play golf or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, but it'd be cool to work together in a channel.
Yeah.
See, I think you guys designed a type of glove where if I was four-wheeling and I handed this glove to somebody, they wouldn't know whether it was a bee glove or a four-wheeling glove. I think that it's very, very multi-purpose like that.
Part of it is because I, in the factory building these, didn't know anything about beekeeping, and that's where these new materials came in. They sent me these by mistake. It looked kind of like this one, only smaller holes even than that. I'm like, that's not what I ordered. I don't want that. And I said, wait a minute. That's 5 millimeters thick, and you can't compress it very well, and it's stretchy. I said, can you make in bigger holes? They said, we can make it any shape of hole you want. So, of course, I went with honeycomb shape.
Yeah.
Yep.
Naturally.
So that's where that was born. So sometimes thinking outside of the industry looking in
can bring in fresh new ideas.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Again, nice to meet you. Thanks for showing us.
Send me an email if you can.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Just say, hey, we talked. I'm the person with the video panel.
Yeah.
Or YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
And I'll send you some stuff.
Thank you. Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Thought I closed this. Oopsie.
What do we got?
These are straps.
Oh, you take that.
You want me to take this?
Yeah, okay, I'll
you
take
go.
this.
Use those to hold down your hold down the trunk lid if you bought too much stuff at the show here today. Or if you run out of and you can't find a rock to hold the lid down on your honey, put those around. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's
Thank you.
awesome. Do you mind telling us about your booth?
My booth.
Yeah, what,
About what you make, what you do?
We're a wholesale honey packer producer.
Okay.
And we're in grocery stores like Woodman's, Outpost Natural Food Stores, Health Hut, and we pack approximately 50 barrels of honey a year.
Wow.
Wow.
We go through about, what do we go through? Have a honey stick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We go through 125,000 of these a year.
Wow.
Wow.
I guess we get to count them out and put them in little bags. Yeah, let's see. We go through about 3,000 cassettes of cut comb honey.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Yeah, and there's good markup on stuff like that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for good markup, we wouldn't touch it. We also buy our honey jars in bulk. Whether it's the beers or the 8 ounce, minus jars, 8 ounce, 1 pound, 2 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound.
Okay.
We buy them in such large quantities we can get a good price on them. And we sell them to the local smaller beekeepers that have to pay the giant retail.
Yeah.
We get a break on the price.
That's awesome. That's definitely needed. I'm going to take one of your cards. So something that we've been trying to raise more awareness on is fake honey and how it's affecting our market today.
Yep.
Does that affect you at all? I mean, I'm sure if you're in grocery stores, you're having to compete a little bit.
Once somebody has tried our honey and they know it's real, and when I'm in the grocery store, hey, I'm the guy who put it in the jar, okay? I'm the guy who put it in this jar, and this jar, it's a mason jar. It's a 1 pint mason jar.
Yeah.
And if you know somebody that's home canning, save it in the jar and it don't end up in a landfill.
Yeah.
So it gets the home canning people, okay, that's a good idea. And the environmentalists, oh, it's not going to end up in a landfill. So you got 2 selling points right there. Plus, it's damn good honey.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So it's like, you need all the selling points you can get.
Yeah.
And is ours the cheapest? Hell no, ours is probably one of the more expensive.
But you know it's real at least.
It's real.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy who puts it in the jar. I know where that stuff came from.
Yeah.
Because we got so big that we couldn't produce enough. So we ended up buying honey from other beekeepers.
Okay.
And when we roll in to get honey, put the scale down, whatever you put in it, whatever a barrel weighs, I'll pay you on the spot. They're dead. If you're getting 5-gallon pails, you put that in the barrel, and we'll provide bakery spatula so you can clean out those pails. Once you're done with the pails, we take them down to the bee yard, and the bees will clean them. They'll lick them clean.
Oh, yeah, they will. Yeah.
And there's no waste. Oh, no waste. Wow, I like that idea. Well, because there's so much waste in our food industry that it's almost criminal.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's just bad. I mean, if an apple falls off the tree, you can't sell that. It's got to be picked.
Yeah.
Why?
It's got to be
The
perfect.
government says you can't sell that. That's bullshit. It fell off the tree because it was ripe. Jesus. What does it take, a rocket science to...
Yeah.
You guys are so bloody dumb. It just...
I hear ya.
The big lie.
Yeah.
We're from the government. We're here to help you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep, that's okay. Unapologetically yourself. I love it.
I'm the Canadian guy that married a girl from Milwaukee years ago.
Oh,
That's
so you're
awesome.
from Canada.
Yep.
So are you still up in Canada?
No.
You're down here now?
45 years.
Oh.
I'm legal. I got my green card.
Oh.
I'm not about to be deported. I pay taxes, lots
Yep.
of them.
Yep. Uh-huh.
You crack me up.
I get my Canada pension pad. I get my old age pension check. I mean, I paid into all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You know, it's not a double dipper. But that's. Yeah, I couldn't afford to live in Canada.
Really?
Really expensive. Really expensive. When your gas is over $7 a gallon.
Whoa.
Whoa, yeah.
It was down to $1.50 a liter. Oh, 4 liters of, that's $6 a gallon.
That's insane. That's crazy. Wow.
Oh yeah, they got messed up with the mystery of the metric system. Yeah, they got mystery of it. It's lots of fun. So what are you guys with?
BeFit Beekeeping. We're on YouTube
Okay.
in Michigan.
Cool. I don't keep any bees.
Okay.
I don't keep any bees. I know enough good beekeepers within the state of Wisconsin that I can buy good honey.
I'm sure it keeps you busy too.
Well, a truck will hold 18 barrels.
That's good.
And my little dog is my guard dog.
Aw, that's adorable.
Yeah. So she's quite the pup. She was here yesterday when we were setting up. We were looking at many people.
Yeah.
Said, nah, you're gonna stay home today, honey.
She'd probably be stressed.
yeah, she's probably sleeping. So. Anyway.
But thank you for showing us your booth.
Yes.
Nice
Appreciate
meeting you.
Yeah. And all the best. And you.
Thank you.
Oh,
I did it. Yeah. Oh, yep. I already got one. Nope, you keep that.
All right. I just didn't want you to go short-handed here. So.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
You were wonderful. You made me smile.
I know you got your mouth full. I know you saw us. You're like, oh wait, hold on.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Can we interview you?
Absolutely. Get shit on my mouth.
Yeah,
no
let him chew.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
I'll just do some weird
He's gotta
cammering on
breathe.
her.
No.
Who are you guys with?
BeFit Beekeeping.
Bee friend?
BeFit Beekeeping.
BeFit, right on.
Yep.
All right. We got to put this on a different Hive tool. Here.
I know, right?
It's our Hive tool.
You step a little closer.
Hi, you folks. I'm Brad from Hive Alive. I'm based in Seattle. Company's out of Ireland. We've got a full breadth of products for keeping your bees healthy. This is our Hive Alive liquid, which is a concentrated liquid. You only need 2 teaspoons per gallon of put this in your sugar water. It's got thyme, it's got lemongrass, Irish seaweed, and a bunch of vitamins. So it helps with nosema, varroa, all the stuff that plague bees. It makes them healthier. Done independent research over in Europe. Bees coming out of winter and stuff are 30% stronger, produce more brood or honey with the Hive Alive versus traditional sugar water. That's our liquid feed for the warmer months. For winter feeding, our Hive Alive fondant is very popular. You have a full dose of Hive Alive in this. It's a sugar fondant. All you do is cut a hole. Cut a hole in the center. The bees come right up inside the inner cover and feed right inside the bag. So it keeps this from drying out. And you can also see through the bag to see how they're doing, see how much they've eaten.
Yeah.
So a nice little emergency feed too. Hopefully you've left enough honey for them for the winter. But bees really like this coming out. We don't have it at the show, but we also make pollen patties as well, both a winter patty that's 5% protein and then a 15% for the warmer months.
Yeah, my bees did really good on those. I tried them out in the spring and they just boomed.
Really good.
Yeah, don't you guys have the syrup in it, I think, too?
Yeah, so this is our concentrated syrup, which you would mix in your sugar water, whether that's 2-to-1 or 1-to-1. This is a new product we have. This is an easy rapid feed. So this is a 2-to-1 mixture, 2-to-1 sugar water, sucrose mixture.
Okay.
You can feed during your warmer months. It's got a full dose of Hive Alive. All you do is prick 3 or 4 needle holes through the top, and the bees feed right through this dome down in. So it's not going to take the place you're feeding, but to help out, if you threw this in your truck, you didn't have time to mix syrup, your remote or something like that. You're going on vacation, you can drop these right on the hive easily. So
it's awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
What is this thing?
What's that?
Actually,
this is a fondant cutting tool. So it's got teeth on one side, and you would cut into the plastic of the fondant, make a hole with that, and then this provides an entrance for the bees to come through and kind of a little bit of a shim.
Oh.
So these are reusable. We sell them in 10 packs, so put it on each hive as they go through them. If you didn't want to use this, you can certainly just cut it with a knife and stuff. And
Yeah.
That's really cool.
In.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely do love all your products.
Thank you. Have you guys used the pollen betties that are fondant?
Oh yes,
We,
we tried the fondant. We didn't try enough of it to really gauge how well it did, and also we took
I messed it up so bad.
plastic wrapping off the whole thing, and it melted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that hive was toast, but
I didn't read instructions at all.
That helps.
It does help a lot.
We don't do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I gotta ask, what's your favorite product on the table?
You know, I've been using all the products for the past 2 years, and it's part of my feeding regimen.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to feed them if I don't have to,
Right.
but I'm in Seattle, Washington, so you know, if my hives don't have enough honey coming out of winter, I can, when it gets warmer, I can feed them a sugar sort of to boost it, and I just know putting this in is going to give them a little bit of a boost, and helps them take the sugar water a little quicker. And in the winter, it's you know, you don't always have enough food in there, and this just adds to that emergency feed. Etc. So,
yeah, definitely. I've heard too that your syrup, correct me if I'm wrong, it helps keep it from fermenting as fast.
That's
too?
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
you get that mold, mildew, and stuff that builds up. It's going to keep it from perishing, essentially.
Yeah, that can be really handy.
during warm weather. Yep.
So awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
guys.
showing
Yeah.
us.
And what's your website? I'll check it out.
BeFit Beekeeping. We're on
BeFit.
YouTube too.
Cool. Right on. I'll check it out.
Yep, we're bridging the gap between intellectual and intuition beekeeping. That's
Okay.
our goal.
Intellectual and what?
Intuition.
beekeeping.
Intuitive.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because the new beekeepers, they don't have that, like, where you've been doing it a few years, you got like that intellectual outlook where you're like, I know all the data, I know all the science, I know everything. But that doesn't always translate to the new beekeeper, where they're looking in their hives and they're doing it by feel. Like, do I feel right or do I feel?
There's so much information coming at you, like, and the big joke of ask 10 beekeepers and get 10 different answers.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Oh, and 5 complaints. You got to add 5 complaints. Yeah, you got to get 5
no,
complaints.
that's the way we do it. Try something different. If your bees are every year, maybe you should try something different.
Exactly.
Yep. Definitely.
Good show for you. You guys from Wisconsin or?
From Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
Yep.
Really close. I flew in, so.
Awesome. Where are you from?
Seattle.
Seattle. Yep.
Washington.
Washington.
Pretty far.
Pretty far, yeah.
What's it like keeping bees out there? Do you keep your own?
I do. I've got I did 19 hives in the summer. I went into winter with 12. I combined a few and stuff. But all mine I might have one that there's still time left, but I've popped the lids on all mine. There's tons of bees, which is good and bad.
It's good that they're healthy, but
Eating
it's a lot of mouths
sores.
to feed.
Yeah.
Just keeping food on them and stuff like that. So hopefully, we run into moisture issues too.
I wonder that because it's so wet there usually.
Yeah, so tipping your hive so any type of condensation runs down the front helps. And then I'm a big proponent. The oxalic acid has really saved my bees. I haven't had to buy bees in 5 years, so I've just
That's awesome.
I think just keeping them healthy, keeping the mite load down, get them out of. I split all my colonies last year. I sold, a bunch of. I got in the bee business. I was selling bees and stuff like that.
So when do you go ahead? Sorry.
I caught 13 swarms too.
Oh, wow.
They
a lot of
love you.
bees. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So I read more about swarm traps a couple years ago. I'm like, with social media these days, it's at least in Seattle, like you show up for a bee call and there'd be 3 other beekeepers there to get the same swarm. So I found, hey, if you build a swarm trap and you hit up your friends that work from home, they can watch the traps for you.
Yeah, there you go.
And they call you if there's bees in there. So I got 13 calls this year. So
Wow. So you
That's
said
awesome.
you treat with oxalic acid. When are you usually doing that?
I'm doing it when they need it. Yeah, I'm not doing it too much in the wintertime, but usually fall.
So are you doing like multiple treatments or?
I'm doing multiple every 3 days.
Okay.
I'm using the vaporization method.
Yeah.
I've got a hole drilled in the back and block the entrance and treat them that way. And I just pull the bottom board and I treat till I don't see mites, and it's really helped. So some of them took 15 treatments in a row.
I was gonna ask
Knocked
how
them
many
out.
times.
Yeah, it just depends. Each colony is different. And you're like, God, one is full of mites and the ones next to it are fine. But if you keep that mite load down, it just keeps them healthier.
Yeah, definitely. I like that strategy because I've heard some people say, like I've experimented with doing the oxalic acid treatments when you do have brood and just keeping the treatments on like that. But some people say that it doesn't even work with the brood. So
Well, it doesn't penetrate the cell.
Yeah.
So you're treating the mites on the outside, external of the hive, but every 3 days you're getting through those brood cycles. So the new bees emerging, they've got a mite on them.
Yep.
You're knocking that one down. So
Yep.
it's just trying to keep ahead of the curve without having to use harsher stuff that you find your bees absconding or
Oh, yeah.
hanging out the front because they don't like the smell or whatever.
Yep,
They're
exactly.
killing queens. So, but yeah, so that's my experience anyway. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Have any other questions?
Nope.
No?
Well, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, nice
Have
to
a good
meet
show.
you. Thanks for showing us.
You too. Appreciate it.
You too.
Good show.
Thank you.
From the beginning. Okay. Are you going to lead or should I just take
No,
the mic
go
and
ahead.
go?
Tell me about your booth.
Okay, well, thank you. Welcome. Hi, honeys. This is Maiko and Meili, mushroom-infused local raw creamed honeys with the best functional mushrooms on the planet, mushrooms that lower inflammation and keep your immune system nice and strong. Some of these mushrooms, like lion's mane, are being shown to really help brain and nervous system. Mushrooms like turkey tail are some of the most studied mushrooms in the world for their anti-cancer properties. And in these honeys, they're sweet as can be and very versatile, unlike mushroom coffees or tinctures or capsules.
Yeah. I've tried them.
These taste good, and they can be used in lots of different ways, in your tea, coffee, smoothies, oatmeal, spread it on toast, or eat it by the spoonful. And I do 3 flavors that are single mushrooms blended with different herbs and spices, and then a 4th flavor, which is 8 different mushrooms to infinity and beyond. We've got that number 8 represented as the infinity symbol and the waggle dance from the bees. And so all of these honeys, like I said, are very easy to use. Lots of applications, and we really believe that food is medicine. And instead of having to take something extra for your health, integrating it into your diet every day naturally so that you get these incredible benefits.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I've tried the mushroom coffee, and it's hard to even swallow.
Yeah, you need honey in it, right?
Yeah, you do.
So these can go in your tea or coffee, but the easiest and fastest way to use these is just a spoonful in hot water. Add your favorite milk, or the turkey tail or the lion's mane are nice with lemon as well. So you don't even need tea or coffee as a base, just a spoonful of honey, some hot water, and you've got your drink for the day.
That's awesome. This looks really cool too.
Yes, I just went through a rebrand with new labeling, and we're pretty happy with how it turned out.
So is there anywhere someone can find you?
Yes, my website is mycoandmeili.com. That is spelled M-Y-C-O, and Meili, which is M-E-L-I. And then I do wholesale across Wisconsin. I'm just got on the shelves at Outpost here in Milwaukee.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can find me there.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
So you get free samples?
Yes, we've got free samples, and I'd be happy to dish them out. I don't know if I can hold it. I can probably hold a mic and
Here, I
dish out
gotcha.
some. Okay. Yes, so we offer free samples of all of our flavors here because
I like that consistency.
Nice to try
Look at
it
that.
before you buy it, especially with a product that's practically never been done before. I am one of the only companies in the world combining these 2 incredible medicines from nature.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so we pioneer in here, girl. You know how we do, beekeepers. We gotta keep the world healthy.
Yes,
right?
we do.
That's our job as beekeepers, because we know in taking care of the bees, we need to take care of ourselves too, because we can't take care of them if we're not taking care of ourselves.
Exactly. Amen.
Yeah.
So what inspired you?
I'm a beekeeper of 10 years and a certified mushroom forager, and it just was one of those things where I was like, what happens if I put my 2 favorite things together? And lucky for me, they turned out really delicious. So,
How does one become a certified mushroom forager?
great question. It's actually a new requirement in the state of Wisconsin. It's by state that you're certified, and the program in Wisconsin started last year. If you are selling foraged wild mushrooms to restaurants or grocery stores, you need a certification.
Okay.
That is done through the Wisconsin Mycological Society, an incredible organization. They offer forays, mushroom classes, events throughout the year, and then have a few of these certification classes all over the state throughout the year as well, and their website has all that information.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You ever get worried about like getting lost in the woods while foraging for mushrooms? Like
Totally, I do. Yep, I thankfully go places that I'm pretty familiar with, though, and I know how to watch the sun. So
awesome.
Like, okay, which direction do I need to go?
I feel like I'd get so excited from finding something that I would just get turned around so fast.
Totally, it has almost happened. But I usually go with people, so
that's good.
I'm like, hey, you know where we are, right?
Just leave little breadcrumbs.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Did you get one of her cards too?
Yes, I actually showed everybody.
Yeah, that's
guys are
awesome.
really
I've heard
cool.
a lot about the benefits of mushrooms. Yes. So I love that you can't even taste the mushrooms in here.
They get lost in the sweetness. You
Yep.
know, I like to tell people cocoa bean is really bitter, right?
Oh, yeah.
On its own. Dark chocolate, very bitter, but you have sugar or honey. And you have candy.
Yep, we're all in love with
that. So similarly with mushrooms, they're very bitter, very earthy, but you add a sweetening element, and that bitter and sweet tend to work really well together. And then you're not getting like, forest in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
I love that.
I love your energy. You have a wonderful
really good
energy.
Oh, thank you so much. It's the mushrooms and the honey.
Right? Exactly.
Got that mushroom honey energy.
That's right.
It's really awesome. Thank you for
Yeah.
letting us check it
Yeah,
out.
thank you.
What was your name again?
Emily.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're here with Travis today, and he's explaining to me this Easy Oxalic acid. So if you guys remember, I made a video this past year when I used oxalic acid with actually this vaporizer, and you guys saw that it burnt all of my brood, and I wondered if it was because the temperature was too high, but I figured I'd chat with him to see pretty much what your brand's all about and what you're doing.
Sure, appreciate it. Yeah, so my name's Travis Art. I'm with Mike's Bees LLC is the name of the company. Our brand is Easy Ox. We produce Easy Ox, oxalic acid powder, and tablets. And the tablets are pre-measured 1 gram tablet, just an ease of use product to bring something for beekeepers that didn't want to. Back before, some of the nice vaporizers that have the pre-measurement for the powder, you had to measure out and handle a lot of oxalic acid to treat your bees. So we brought to market a tablet that was pre-measured, so people could just drop those straight in a vaporizer. They vaporize just the same as the powder and just as fast. So our oxalic acid is we use a 99.8% oxalic acid, and it's EPA approved for 2 grams per deep, legal EPA registration. Tablets the same. So we just wanted to bring another affordable labeled oxalic acid treatment to the market for beekeepers by beekeepers, and that was kind of what drove us to do what we did. The differences in oxalic acid. A lot of people, it's a controversial subject when they talk about oxalic acid with a lot of the store brands and hardware store brands of oxalic acid. It's the impurities that make the difference. And the way our product is tested and the scrutiny that it had to go through with the EPA, those impurities are, what makes the difference, and it makes our product stand above and healthier for the bees, safer for the bees, because you don't know what the impurities are in an industrial cleaner or wood bleach. They don't care. It's not meant to be put in your hive, so it's not an issue. So that's the reason we did what we did. We wanted to bring an affordable product to market for beekeepers, and then with the tablets, just the ease of use. No fuss, no muss. Drop them in and go. But yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about it and kind of get our brand out there. And there was only one other legal company registered in the United States for treatment on honeybees, Happy Boxel. And if you look that up and compare theirs and ours, you'll see the differences and why we did what we did. So
So what is the difference?
So the difference between ours and Happy Boxel is one, some of they put like 3 different inner ingredients in theirs. They're all safe for bees, but one of them in particular is glucose. And that will, when vaporized, it kind of leaves a caramel, tacky, sticky residue in your vaporizer.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so that's the biggest difference between ours and theirs, and the price. So, we're less than half the price of Happy Boxel. So.
Oh, really? How much is one bag of these?
So our powder is a 400-gram bag, retails for $23.95, and Happy Boxel, I think they have like a 350-gram bag, and it's like $59. So we're beekeepers, and we was like, with one legal oxalic acid that people want to use a labeled. How many beekeepers can afford, $60?
Exactly.
So anyway, we just wanted to bring something to market to affordable for beekeepers and try to compete with some of the illegal brands that you buy online. So if you're going to pay, this is 100 treatments at 4 grams in this bag.
Okay.
So if you treat 4 grams, that would be 100 treatments for $23.95. That's 24 cents a treatment.
Yeah, that's cost effective.
That's good. It's a pretty good price point. Yeah. So that's why we did what we did.
And at least then you're guaranteed that what you're wanting to be in it is actually in it. It's not something else that can contaminate your bees.
Exactly. Yeah, it's safe for the bees, and it's proven to be safe for the bees. And the feedback that we're getting, people that's used it, it's kind of surreal sometimes. They're so tickled with just the way that it vaporizes, the cleanliness of it. And something that we need. It's another tool that we all need in our toolbox for the fight against varroa.
Oh yeah, Oxalic works great with varroa, and I think too, because I know for me personally, when things kind of changed with oxalic acid, with it having to be like name brand, and then the price went up too. I know some beekeepers were like, well, I'm just going to keep going to my wood bleach, my store bought, but I don't know if it's since like COVID or whenever. I don't know if the ingredients have changed. So like I said, at least this is 100%, and maybe that's even what happened. I don't know.
And produced right here, we do everything right in Cambridge, Ohio, and package it, and just a small family-owned company.
Good. Yeah.
My dad Mike. He's the Mike of Mike's Bees, military-owned veteran company, and we just
I love that.
Bring something to market for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I ask a question? I see you have 4 vaporizers, 1, 2, 3, 4 sitting there. Can we kind of get an explanation of what we're looking at?
Yeah, so we just brought these on to the show. It just shows the different vaporizers, because a lot of people, are unfamiliar with vaporizers and oxalic acid. So we bring the Larobes. This design works really well with our powder product. And I think this is one of the best vaporizers on the market. This one here is one of the old original before any of the batteries come out.
Did you make it yourself?
No.
No? Okay.
A guy named Jono in the Carolinas made it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. This is an electrical box. It works great. I've did a lot of vaporizers with that thing.
That was back in the day when you had to pre-measure and put your powder in a cup, and then you had to flip your vaporizer over and
That's how I first started treating.
You put your powder in there, put this on top of your hive, and put this down on, push, and tap it to get it to go in.
So that was kind of
But you could use, you could put the tablets in there too. You could do it that way if you wanted to do it that way.
And you said those are 1 gram tablets, right?
They're exactly 1 gram.
Okay.
They might weigh a little more than a gram. That's because of the excipient in it to make it bind.
Okay.
But that binder is EPA approved. It's inert and organic.
Yeah, one vaporizer is 100% organic. So
Okay.
makes
I
a
think
big,
you
big
guys
difference.
are you guys the only ones doing the tablets?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw them in Canada many years ago, and that's what gave me the idea. I think it was Iron Stepler that was using it. So I wanted to get me some and couldn't find them. And that started everything.
Yep.
And then we got
this vaporizer. This is made in Italy. I don't even know if these are on the market yet.
I don't even know.
This one was kind of sent to us to kind of look and use, and it's kind of designed for our tablets.
Yeah. They say much for my tablets.
You put tablets in it,
and just
turn the
turn
valve, then drop in.
Oh, wow.
So then you can put your next
About
dose
that.
in and you're loaded up and ready to go for the next hive.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's fast. I mean,
This is
game
this
changer.
takes like 9 different batteries you can put on. This is for DeWalt.
Okay.
And it's really neat. I've never used it yet, but I've kind of, after I got it, I kind of read about them online in Europe. And there was a guy here from Israel yesterday who talked to me. This is what he uses. He said, "How did you get one of those?" I said, "The guy gave it to me. Don't know me."
That's awesome.
And he wants me to sell them, but I am dedicated. I like this guy.
Yeah.
This is one I got after my Jono, and now they make 3 different versions of that Larobe, and the compact. If you got, 20 hives or 10 to 20 hives, you can't beat that.
Oh, you
compact.
can't. Yeah.
And then he's got the new light for people who just got 1 or 2 hives. Works good.
And we got.
So I'm kind of dedicated to the Larobe. I don't know much about this
the
one
last
yet.
one here, it's one of the, it's a 110 powered electric Oxalic.
Yeah, this was kind of the standard for everybody before Larobe come with the. His first model was that one. This one came out, and everybody started going with this.
Mm-hmm.
I think he still makes these, but they have more of those than
Yeah, I remember seeing those.
Yeah, this came out. Everybody kind of started going to this one, but this was the Oxalic that everybody, commercial people, everybody used these back in the old days. But
so we just kind of bring them just to show people, the different, some of the different tools, and kind of, give them an idea of what treating with oxalic acid does. Yeah, and these other things you see on the table, I call this a speed cup. It's kind of designed for the people that still use the old style vaporizers. So you can use the tablets with it.
Oh, this one's vaporizing. You can get ready for the next hive.
Yeah, so
I like that. I like that.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Just to speed it up and just
Easy.
Make it
Easy.
Exactly.
easy and
Clean,
fast.
easy.
Yep.
No muss, no fuss, just like you said.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah, well, you guys are doing a great job.
I appreciate it.
These will definitely be really nice, especially for new beekeepers that don't want to mess around, like you say.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuss with all the powder.
Right. So yeah, it just makes a nice, clean, fast, and easy application.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for everything you do. Love your
you.
channel, and get a lot of good information for that. So
I try my best. Thank you.
Thank you. Like that. That's
So the first time I did it, it was
Smoke them
fun.
up first. If you need the directions,
Smoke them up first.
smoke. Just give them a puff of smoke in your hive. The beans are going up off your bottom board, and then you vaporize.
Oh, I don't even do that. I just stick it right in.
Oh.
that helps. That helps.
Okay.
Don't
all
be
right.
like a man.
Right.
I'm the one that doesn't read the directions.
We do it without them first. Then we gotta go back
But
and
that'll help with the bees. But you said that, it kind of makes
Let me see if I'm talking. I want to
Yeah,
make sure I'm telling you right.
the very first time I did it, it was a day that I think it was it was in the evening when I did it. And I didn't use like a towel or anything to block it off. Smoke bees up from the bottom. Okay, I'll do that. So that time it was okay. I came back again 3 days later because they had brood, so I was just doing it on a cycle. I did it in the morning that time. Ended up getting really hot that day, and that was the day that it burnt brood. Really, all the hives, I thought they were going to collapse there for a minute. It looks similar to like formic, so that's why I was like, okay, was it so hot that it converted
What
to
kind of
formic?
oxalic acid was you using?
I'm almost.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you, if you got it off of Amazon,
Yeah.
over half the brands on Amazon are not even dehydrated. They're not oxalic acid dehydrated. They don't tell you. But I know those company names from back when I was doing research on where can I get oxalic acid.
Yeah.
And when I was researching and talking to these companies on the phone, I can't help you. My oxalic acid is anhydrous. They're selling on Amazon, the same company.
It was a brand I used to always go to, and then, like I said, I don't know if COVID changed things. Yeah, it was.
I don't know about what they. I'm really not sure. I would assume theirs is dehydrated, but they just got fined. I can show you on my phone. $98,000 for selling.
Whoa.
98 grand they got fined. And they paid it. I seen that.
So it's.
Settled.
I
That
would
case is
almost.
settled.
It almost makes me feel that it was an impurity because I've never heard of,
Okay.
you know, I mean, I've
don't
seen
know how you
wood
would do
bleaches,
that.
I've seen stuff used, and I've never experienced that. So
Well,
that's really interesting.
You haven't experimented with habitat, have you?
No, but a couple beekeepers that I know love it. I'm going to be trying it this year for the first time.
Don't treat your bees with oxalic acid with it in there. If you do, you're going to kill them.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a chemical reaction between normal and you can't use both at the same time.
Okay.
That's why they're
don't know that. I didn't know until Bob Benny came out on one of his channels and told me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, their product, the number one ingredient, if you look at the ingredients, is thymol.
Yeah.
And thymol is a miticide. It's actually supposed to be registered.
The EPA is going to come down on it.
Yeah, I wonder because I know they say it doesn't treat for mites because then they have to go through and everything.
Well,
But
the EPA knows that. They know about it. Because my consultant told me, he asked me if I said, who's that? He said, there's something that's making something with thymol, the EPA's, because he knows people at the EPA. And they're after them.
Our concern with that is, I mean, you know, that's their thing. They do. That's fine. But our concern is if someone uses that product, puts it in their hive as a supplement, and then does an OA treatment, uses my oxalic acid, kills their bees.
So
They're
it
gonna
needs to
say
kind of be
they're gonna
labeled.
say
Well, the last thing
they're gonna
they
say
do-
it was my oxalic acid that hurt their bees because that's the last thing they treated.
Yeah.
So that's got me a little nervous because they don't disclose that. And so beekeepers need to know that you can't mix, you know, thymol or oxalic acid that way. So that's really important. And I don't know how to get that out to everyone, but
Well, right now.
Yeah.
So that's huge. So just be careful.
There's other products out there that have thymol in them. You wouldn't want to have them in them. Legal products. What is it, Apigard?
Yeah, Avogard. I know some beekeepers are
You
starting
wouldn't
to
want to have
use both
Apigard in
treatments
them
at once,
treatment.
so.
And there's probably a thing, they probably have that on
There's
their label.
beekeepers that say, I'm going to get them. I'm going to come at them from two ways. But that'd be bad.
Yeah, that wouldn't go
And I'll
good.
tell you another thing about oxalic acid. When we were doing our research, and I was buying oxalic acid like in big buckets, you know, just testing different things. One of the buckets that I got, when I popped the lid on it, it was chlorine. And you know, the smell was chlorine because I knew what pool chemicals smell like. I looked at the label, it was oxalic acid, 99.6, dehydrate, and I looked at what other things this company sold, and they sell pool chemicals. So somehow they got it stored. You know, oxalic acid, if you got like, it's real damp and wet, it'll absorb moisture from the air. And if it's dry and hot, it'll give up moisture. It'll get dry on you, it'll dry out.
Okay.
Because it's dehydrated.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in a warehouse and it's just open some way before they package it, and there's chlorine over there, and
It's gonna
here,
absorb that.
and it's the right thing, I can see it absorbing those smells.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what's in it.
That kind of makes me
And that's
think
why you want to be careful what you get.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me think might would have been in your oxalic acid that you tried because if you
Look up
vaporize
chlorine,
chlorine in these, it will kill you.
It will kill them. Because I looked when that happened, I thought, what happened?
So I didn't have any bees like dead on the bottom board or anything like that. It's just it was a severe decline in the hive. Like I remember even you're like, what did you do to our hive?
Yeah, I woke up one morning and I went into my hive 2 days prior and they were looking great. I went into them, I think, the next day, and I was like, what happened to our hives? I literally called her on the phone. I was like, what did you do? And she's like, what do you mean? And then we went through every hive that she treated, and they all looked exactly the same. Like, it was standard. Like, they all looked exactly the same. And it was a hit.
They came back really good. That's why I was like, well, maybe it turned into formic. Because I was reading studies on that at a high temperature. Because it had that same bloom that you see after using like formic acid. But yeah, maybe it was just an impurity.
I don't know. But strange, but I know in our research we treated with some pretty high doses.
Yeah.
You know, high doses.
Well, now I was doing
Daily.
high dose too.
Same hive daily.
Yeah, we used our product, and I mean, I don't know. Before we brought it to market, you know, we wanted to test and make sure, and we actually used 8 lambs on a test hive.
That's really high dose.
Every day.
Every day.
For 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
we wanted to know if somebody overtreated their bees with our product, could they possibly kill their bees? And it's just we didn't want to go through a liability. So we did that just to see if one would kill the bees or change the bees laying pattern. And we had no issues with that. I mean, that hive actually exploded. It was one of the healthiest. I mean, it ended up in the,
I got sick that spring, and that was the first hive to swarm.
Oh wow,
it
that's
was,
awesome.
so I know, our product, even at high doses, we didn't have any issues with treating the test hive. And
we don't suggest you do that.
Yeah, we're not suggesting that.
It's crazy.
You had to be manufactured.
EPA registered label for 2 grams per D. Just disclose it.
Yeah. Oh, I did see they just changed that because that is what I was using.
Yes.
2 grams.
Yeah. So the Happy Boxel was they're still labeled at 1, and they're still labeled at 1, and we was able to when we pushed through, and that might have been why the EPA scrutiny and give us that 2 grams. They wanted to make sure our oxalic acid was going to be one of the purest of the pures and legal to use with honey supers on. If you treat and you want to do it with honey supers on, that's fine. So.
Well, I'm excited to try it. It'll definitely be. We'll know after trying this what happens.
Right.
I won't change any settings on that. We'll just see what happens.
Try that because it should be smoked.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that too.
Yeah, we definitely didn't smoke them. We just shoved it in there and was like, ooh.
You'll just give them a pop of it.
Yeah.
And since you've got a battery powered, do you ever think about picking the bees in the evening or even at
Yeah,
night?
so I was trying to do it right after sunrise or right at sunset,
Right.
just so that they're all in there.
If you get around the bees at night, just wear a red light. They don't see red.
Okay, yeah.
And then even if it's a day where it's rainy or drizzle rain, put your raincoat on, don't brush your bees. They're mostly indoors, so you're going to get most of them.
Yep, exactly.
So, well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks again. Thank you. Thank you.
As close as you can, go ahead.
Your name is?
Emily with Beekeeping.
And you're?
Casey with Beefit Beekeeping.
Casey, you do the heavy lifting, huh?
No.
Okay.
He's the queen breeder, so he gets, I wouldn't say the easy job in terms of physically.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
You want to start from the top? Or?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what your booth's about.
Well, the Michigan Beekeepers Association has been very involved with educating our younger future beekeepers. And we have a couple programs. We have a little work activity book that we distribute in schools, and we distributed probably about 40,000 of them already in the last 2 years. And that is good for kindergarten to 5th grade. And it's an activity book, teaches you all about bees and beekeeping. How many eyes does a bee have? I spy with my 5 eyes. That's the name of our activity book. The other program we do is Be Curious. And Be Curious is on our website at michiganbees.org. Be Curious is about training beekeepers to go into schools and talk to children about beekeeping. World Bee Day is our goal to have 200 beekeepers. Last year we had 60. This year we want to try to have 200. And beekeepers will open up a hive with 60,000 stinging insects, but get them in a classroom and it's like, it's like a deer in a headlight. So we offer a lot of resources online and also papers. We have bags. We also have a lot of other materials and books that we offer for the program, and we also do online workshops for future beekeepers. So, any other questions?
Did you have one? No? I think you did a great job.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Look at all this neat stuff.
Yeah, they have some really good sales here.
Oh, what is all this stuff? Whoa, would you mind if we interviewed you?
No, absolutely not. Welcome to the booth. What
Thank
can I
you.
do for you?
Well, can you tell us this hive looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about it?
I'm so sorry.
So that's a little different from the conventional vertical stacks, the Langstrasse that most people are used to. This is a horizontal dot hive, and more specifically a horizontal top bar hive because the bees build straight from the bars. So this is an example. We use very thick bars to provide insulation. You can see like the whole stack. So basically the bars are forming the roof of the nests, and they're enclosed into the box. They only have like an entrance at the bottom to get in and out. and they build everything without frames, so you don't have to buy frames or foundation. They'll make their own natural comb, which is natural cell sizes and organization of the bird's nests.
Yeah.
And one of the advantages is that you don't have to lift anything heavy. You know, some of those boxes, you keep line straws.
Very heavy.
Yeah, so I know that I have some, and 100 pounds to me is too much.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I like this because it's like 7 pounds max.
Yep.
And then I don't have to bring a whole bunch of boxes to my yard. I don't have to store them in my garage 9 to 10 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And so the other advantage of these is that you can make them very thick, right? So that insulation is going to really work really well, especially in cold climates. You have that horizontal progress of the bird's nest through the honey, and no loss of heat to the vertical stack, right? Because your bird's nest is at the bottom.
Yeah.
And heat rises.
Yep.
Instead, it stays right under the bars and cools right where the bird's nest is. So it keeps them warm. And there's no energy spent trying to keep the stack warm so they don't eat as much honey.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, do you ever have problems with like water seeping in through here?
No, I don't. We have a roof that goes over, and so that's a carport of sorts that prevents the rain from getting in. If you can extend it, you can even have a skirt around. If you have any like horizontal rains or whatever, you can add a piece of wood to do that.
Yeah.
And you can also put additional insulation on top because you have that space. What I like is the airflow over the bars. You have space underneath right there. So when it's hot, you don't have the bird's nest is not struggling to stay cool, kind of a thing. You have that airflow going.
Okay. And how does it do overwintering wise?
It does really well because it's so well insulated and there's no stack chimney effect, and it's horizontal progression. So you can see it's like almost 2-inch wide. Right?
Yeah, it mimics more like a tree in a way.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they're. Yeah, you're right on. This is exactly what they're meant to mimic. Natural way the bees are going to build their nest in a hollow tree or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've never seen something like this. We haven't tried out horizontal hives whatsoever, so I don't even know how the bees would build this out, but it's nice that if you just wanted more frames, all you gotta do is just build one of these pieces of wood and then...
It's a stick.
Yeah.
And guess what? This lasts 20 years. Not 5 years, right?
That's awesome.
And then you can use it for other things.
Right?
So, no, but it's very practical. So I go with the yard with my bars, my bucket of bars and my shims.
Yeah.
And then that's all I take.
Oh, can you also, so I thought I remember when I walked by hearing you talk about you can do 2 queens in this box?
Yeah, this is a double. Look at this because it's horizontal configuration. I have 2 troughs and they're about 10 gallons each, which is the size that Dr. Seeley recommends for the bees, right? That's what they prefer in nature. Yeah. So you have a set of entrances right here and a set of entrances right there. This is attached in the center to make 2 nests.
Yeah.
And then if you want, you can undo the screw and pop it out and use it as a follower board to make the space bigger or smaller if you want to. But the goal is in this case to have 2 colonies right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And is that a feeder?
This is a feeder, yes. So this is kind of like the size that will fit in there. The bees will crawl from under the box, inside the box in there. And you can see like they have spacing to go in there, but you open it from the top. You can open the plug, pour the syrup in there. You don't even have to open to feed them.
Oh.
And you put it in the back of the hive, which is away from the entrance. So yeah,
Really awesome.
And it takes me 2 hours to make one of these.
That's it?
From scratch. I'm not a woodworker.
Jeez, that's good.
And you can use reclaimed wood. Well, look at it. It's a trough. There's 5 pieces. It's a trough on legs.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no this precision woodworking. I'm not making frames. I'm just cutting sticks.
Yep, exactly.
So because of that, you can use reclaimed wood for nothing, $0. If you purchase the wood, you can make them for $60, $70 for 2 colonies.
That's great because right now beekeeping can be a little bit pricey sometimes. So that's wonderful.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something. I have 400 colony in Texas. So I have to put them in boxes. I had to grow my operation.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't have done it as fast as I did if I had spent the money on the night straw equipment. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But I could with this. That's why I did it that way. To increase the return on investment.
Definitely.
So there's not just for the bees. It's for my back and my wallet.
So then how do you extract the honey?
That's a good question. Let me get a comb right. Where's my comb? I had a comb right here. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that because there's no frame, right?
Yes.
So you can on older comb uncap on both sides. It's stiff enough, and you put in your extractor. You start slow. Okay, because you don't want to blow it out. If you're worried, you can put a little mesh to sustain it so that it's additional support. But that's not my favorite way to. You can put it back, right? Just like you would a fruit. That's not my favorite way to do this. You have two other ways. One is you can actually cut comb, which sells for a lot more than honey, like 3 times the amount, with less work. You're cutting, you're putting it in the box. You're not cleaning everything, you're not uncapping, you're not cleaning everything and bringing it back to the... Anyway, I was just kind of like, I really like simple. I work with Les Powder, and we say less is more.
It is, especially when it comes to beekeeping.
Simple,
yes.
Minimalist kind of beekeeping. So the other way to do this is that you can take the comb and you can cut right there into a container. You put the bar right back in. They will rebuild it right away. You take your comb and you crush and strain it over a colander with some mesh bag like nylon paint strainer, and you just crush the cells, and then you go away and it drains by itself. And that's the way 3 ways we can do this.
That is awesome. So somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of capital can start with this.
Anybody and doesn't have any strength, you can work them with one hand. So kids, you can put it at whatever level you want them. So it's very accessible. From that standpoint. Financially, intellectually, super easy to manage, right, when you have that bird's nest configuration. And then also budget-wise.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions too?
And they fully respect bee space when they're building out their comb?
That's a great question. So I'm going to pull out a frame. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you guys this. This is an adapter. So if you don't have nukes to populate yours, you can take any size like straws, 5 frame, 8 frame, 10 frame, double stack, whatever. And you take one of those swarm traps to the same dimensions, which by the way, we have on our website for free. Easy, do it yourself. You just kind of follow the instructions. The goal is to follow the same internal dimensions, right? And so you attach it to your box right there. You trace it, you cut it. It takes me 10 minutes with a jigsaw. And then you put your frames, your brood, actually this is your open brood next to the entrance of this one. Capped brood, pollen, nectar, honey. You push everything here, and in the spring when they build nectar flow, they're gonna want to build on the bars directly, because they love building natural comb. They build it the fastest in our experience, right?
Okay.
So we're putting the bars right there, and we tuck it against, and we close everything else. The only entrance is right here. At the bottom of that top bar, and so they're going to put their bird's nest here. They're going to want to put their bird's nest where the entrance is for airflow purposes. So they're going to start building. And to your question, this is 1 3/8 shoulder to shoulder. This bar is 1 3/8 side to side. So they will build center to center, exactly parallel this comb. So you don't even have to have guides or anything, and they will keep building center to center exactly the same way in the basically respecting bee space. That's we're leveraging bee space. So to your question, yes, it's doing well with bee space.
Wow, we should experiment with this. This is cool. Just the fact that you thought of how to get a nuke into them, so then you can transfer it into that's creative.
And you can even attach them to the end of the large hives if you don't want to do it with swarm traps directly. So the way I started it, as I took the Easy Jester nukes, the white boxes, and I was like, I gotta do this horizontal thing. So I would pop out the end pieces of the hive, use it as a shelf, and then I would put those Easy Jester nukes, and I would cut it with a box cutter. And I was like, oh, that's great. It's a little flimsy though. So this is where I'm like, oh, we can do it with the boxes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow, that is so cool.
A lot of doing
I'm in awe.
stuff. Well, thank you.
Looks like
Well,
you said it looks like you thought of everything.
Yeah, well, if you're interested, I'm happy to even, help you. We have the blog that describes how to do this on the website. So if you want to look it and do it yourself, otherwise, I can talk and I can help you out with that.
Definitely.
Maybe I can even get you one of those eyes chipped over or whatever.
That would be really cool.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, you can try it out and see how you like it.
Yeah, that'll be fun to experiment, especially with you, because I know you have one horizontal hive, but you haven't touched it much.
Okay, my horizontal hive isn't the same concept as this. So what my horizontal hive is it accepts frames, but they're blow-off frames. So when I'm running small colonies like 4-framers or like mini frames, when they start to overproduce inside those, I'll take them out and then I'll put them in the big one, and then the big one will go gangbusters. It'll blow up, and then they'll get transferred out of that into a 10 frame, and I will keep just cycling out, and it keeps my little ones from swarming, but it also helps me build up a whole other colony on the side.
I want to talk to you about that. I want to hear, or unless you have some kind of info somewhere that I can look up.
Yeah, I got a couple videos I'll show you.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Are you enjoying the conference?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
They did such a great job this year.
It's amazing. I'm just really surprised. This is the first time, just really big bang, and they did fantastic.
They thought of everything. There's not a single thing that was left out.
Yeah, exactly.
And the energy here is great.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves. You traveled from where?
Michigan.
Michigan. Oh, not too far.
No, not terrible. Just like 4.5 hours.
Right.
And you're from Texas?
Yeah, we drove 2.5 days.
Oh.
And then we're gonna do the same thing down. A lot of driving. Yeah. Well, the reason we drove is on the way we picked up these hives. They're Amish handcrafted.
Okay.
And we're supporting the community, so all the proceeds go to them. But I didn't want to have them shipped, so that adds to the cost, right? So I'm like, we're gonna grab them on the way up.
Yeah.
That's
Good to
awesome.
see take the scenic drive.
Yeah. So that's how we do it. That's how we roll.
Definitely.
Well, thank you.
Thank you guys.
You guys, you absolutely made us smile.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time, and best of luck with your beekeeping adventures.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thanks.
Dang, I'm sad Greg already left. I missed him. Here's his Endura Hive. Bubbles, smoke bubbles. Oh, hey.
That's awesome.
That is actually really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, the other one's 300.
Awesome. And then the pods, he's working on redesigning it, making it kind of top loaded, so you can just open it up and then get your gloves on. You just refill it with your squeeze bottle, close it up, put your bottle back. But right now, so these are detachable, they're magnetic. You refill it at the bottom. He's also working about making this bigger. So right now, this will get you about 6 to 8 hives, depending on how much smoke you use per hive.
Yeah.
But he wants to make the top tank more like closer to 30 or 50, depending on depending on how much smoke you use. But it's a bigger tank, and then this battery lasts 30 hives. The high capacity, not really sure how much that is. They didn't really have a season to test that one out. But these ones last about 30, and these are also kind of the ones that are easier to keep on your hip.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just clip it on like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a tool.
Yeah.
Be able to pull it out, or if you use an iron tool, you can just attach it to a magnet. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just one button smoker, right? And real easy. You can switch out the. I'm going to redesign the tank. I'm just prototyping it right now, and so just trying to make it easy, like power tool. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Switch it out, put it onto a belt clip, work with the bees rather than babysitting or smoker.
Yeah, exactly. So he said that you have to refill it. What are you using to refill it?
So this is natural oils. So I'm trying to make it as close to smoke smells as I possibly can. So what I found is that, and this actually won't show up on video very well. What I found is that the bees actually react really well to the smoke smells, just like they do with the smoker.
Yeah.
You can also do floral smells, and floral smells will distract them, and sometimes we'll just drive them down into the hive like the other ones will. But fine smoke is more of a natural way of getting them to gorge. So yeah, right now I'm just prototyping these, getting interest, see what people say as far as if they're interested in it or not.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's cool because our smoker, that's actually why we don't use a smoker, because
Yeah.
it always goes out and we're just like, whatever, we'll just keep, keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, I started out with this where I was just using a meat smoker. Put just like this is made for putting things like steak or fish or any of that kind of thing in there, and giving it a smoky smell. So I used this with the bees for a year. I just shortened this and used it with the bees. It worked great, but it got really hot. So I started working on can I make a smoke smell using these different prototypes in order to have the same result with the bees as the smokers. And I started talking with like George from Keeper's Hive. He was like, "This is going to gunk up," and so I put some propolis and some wax in there, and I was like, "Yeah, definitely gunks up." So I ended
ended up making this skunk-proof trigger that's just made out of silicone. And you can kind of see there that it never gunks up because you can't get, wax and propolis into there. And this is actually made of a material that, it actually repels propolis and wax. So as far as that goes, I'm trying to build it in such a way that it's built for the beekeeper, right? Making sure this doesn't become a bee blender, make sure the holes are small enough that the bees don't actually go into it.
Yeah.
And, just trying to build it for a beekeeper to make it as simple as possible. I've actually had lots of people from Australia, from Texas, also a lot of people from California coming onto my YouTube channel. And they tell me that they're really interested in it. I'm like, well, why are you more interested than the others? And I found out that a lot of arid regions, they have a hard time using the smokers because of fire.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, so a lot of times they go out there with fire extinguishers or that type of thing. And so this, doesn't burn, right? So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously, you wouldn't do that with this, it's kind of a smoker, right? So yeah, as far as that goes, I'm trying to make it safe for people. Also been trying to make it safe for children as well, because you see the bubbles. I had a little girl come up and she said, "This is great, but we need bubbles." So we ended up trying out bubbles, and it worked out great. We make smoke bubbles just for fun. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
You only try it with a bee, they'd end up, popping into a into a bubble. But
definitely.
yeah, but yeah, as far as that goes, we're trying to make it kid safe as well. I'm a second generation beekeeper. Always had to ask my dad to start the smoker. And in today's world, you can't imagine giving this to a child in today's world, right, where their fingers would get in between there, burn. In the 80s, it was like, they'll be fine, right? In today's world, not so much. I wanted to make something where children could also work, be with their families, and work with the bees without having to worry about, them getting burned.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. It smells good too.
Yeah, well, this one is actually not a smell. We try not to smoke people out. We've got this smoke smell. It is a little bit more smoky. You can sort of
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what the bees are at. I've also been talking to people about, like, if you want to empty a super. I've been talking with some people about, making a smoke smell that, this is more for, like, removing bees from a super.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if like the different smells can make them do different things, maybe.
And they can, yeah. So that's what I'm looking at, is using different types of pods. I'm actually going to redesign the tank to be a little bigger.
Yeah.
And the idea is that, first off, some commercial beekeepers have said they'd be kind of interested in it if it was a little bigger.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I'm also thinking that they could be interchangeable for different types of purposes, right?
Okay.
So right now I'm just working on the defensive behavior. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people say, "Oh, I've got combies, I've got not so combies." I've got one colony that's a real jerk. Every time I open the hive, they're in my face.
Yep.
And so I would use more of that defensive smell with them. And then, like I was saying about floral smells, I'm also looking at, can I develop a formula that's more for calmer bees? Maybe you have buckfast bees, maybe you have bees that are more gentle. You don't need to smoke them a whole lot. Maybe use more of a calm formula on them versus a very defensive hive. Maybe you have Africanized bees. Really working that way.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting because I've had a hive where I put smoke on it and it just made them more mad.
Right.
So yeah, maybe it was the smell.
Yeah, and some people have said maybe I could use sugar water as well, right? Sometimes sugar water gets them more busy than they are.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things we can potentially do with it. We're still prototyping, just trying to gauge interest. I've got a VIB, very important beekeeper club, where I try to sign people up. And so they're helping me prototype. So
that's cool.
Rodney is part of the very important beekeeper club. I sent him this prototype earlier in the year, and he sent it back and he said, "I'm actually depressed because the last time I opened my bees, I actually had to use my smoker." So it kind of shows you, like, it really does work pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
So and for people that, so the interesting thing too is I've gotten a lot of interest from people that have disabilities. So like I had an 85-year-old guy reach out to me just last week, and he said, I can't do the bellows anymore. You know,
They
I'm
can
too
be
old.
hard, yeah.
He has arthritis in his hands, and he said, you know, can you just send me one of your prototypes? So I'm looking at, you know, I need to call him next week and, you know, try to get one out to him, just because I think those are also some of the people that could potentially use this, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
When you have commercial beekeepers, after you've been lifting so many supers, your hands are just jello.
Hands are jello. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, and you know, what's the reason to do a bellow, right? Like, you just press a button and
Yep.
smoke, right?
Yep, exactly.
And part of it too, right, is this traditional smoker was built and designed in the 1850s, right? I mean, I think it's time to.
It's time.
Yeah. And you know, you've seen some of the smokers that are out there. They may have replaced the bellows with a fan, you know, or they might have replaced the heating element with some kind of vaporization technology. I'm trying to reimagine the whole thing from scratch. Like, what would somebody want? I think it's a power tool, right? You just want to be able to, you know, put this on, put it on a belt, work with your bees.
Yep, won't lose it. It's right there.
Yeah, actually, so I did a survey, and I said, what color do you think you'd want this to be? And 25% of the people said, I want it to be yellow and black, and they actually said yellow and black, right? Because it's like beekeeping, 75% said, I want it to be findable. I don't care what color it is, I just want to be able to find it in tall grass. And so I don't care if it's, you know, red, if it's fluorescent purple, you know, whatever. I want to be able to find it very easily, and you know, what's easier than looking on your hip, right? But beyond that, I'm also looking at you know, like glow in the dark, you know, types of things where you be able to see it. You know,
That's
in different
awesome.
lights.
Yeah, especially for the commercial folks when they're moving bees at night. That would be great.
Yeah, and the commercial folks are like, I sometimes run over my, you know, my thing with my truck, and I'm like, I don't know that I can do that, but you know, just about anything else, like you say, finding it, being able to use it, it's perfectly easy to do, right?
That's
All those
awesome.
design issues. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, and I think a lot of times, right now I'm using just Milwaukee batteries, but beyond that, I'm also have like different converters for things like the wall, where people can use whatever battery that they use. People are very religious about their battery types, and so I want to make sure that, you know, we can use it for just about any battery type. And so it just makes it easy for people, cheaper also, because they don't have to go out and get a special battery for it.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any questions, Sue?
No, you just got me sitting here thinking every time you click it on, it's got me thinking, what's your everyday carry?
Actually, the guy over here, he does lessons on firearms, and he's like, I love this thing.
Yeah, it got that feel to it. It's like, this is my personal carry right here. I like
Actually,
that.
my nephew was saying that. He's like, it's concealed carry for for bees, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for explaining.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
I'll take a card if you're interested.
Yes, I definitely am.
Yeah, and this is the Big Club. So this is, you go to this QR code in order to sign up for the Big Club.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Even know where to start. You gotta ask questions.
Yeah, ask questions.
Okay, so I see your booth all about honey. What got you started with bees? I see you have some different flavors here too.
See, now, I tell her to ask, and she throws all these questions at me. I'm like, which one do I answer first? All right, let's talk about the honey first.
Okay.
All right, over here I got all my infusion. I have 4 different types of coffee infused honeys.
Ooh.
I have, here we got the habanero. Over here is the spearmint green tea infused honey. So it's just honey and spearmint green tea that I use to infuse these. Grind my own coffee beans for them. I have a French vanilla coffee bean infused honey. That's a hazelnut coffee bean infused honey. I have a turtle coffee bean infused honey. And that's, the coffee is dark chocolate, caramel, and what else? Oh, toasted pecans. It also has pecans in it. And then we have the hazelnut over here. It's a hazelnut coffee bean. And it has, I ground my own my own coffee beans for this, and it has hazelnuts in there. And then this is a new one. This is an Almond Joy. Now with this is a dark chocolate and coconut coffee bean that I ground, and then it has coconut and almonds in it. And then that's a CBD infused. And over here, these are all my raw honeys. I got blueberry,
blossom cranberry, blueberry blossom, cranberry blossom, buckwheat, this is wildflower, and here I have a creamed honey, it's a blueberry cheesecake. That is actually a really good seller, and it was a mistake. I wanted to make a vanilla coffee, vanilla creamed honey, and I was using vanilla paste. It wasn't really the flavor I wanted. I add some blueberry cheesecake to it, and it really popped the flavor, I guess. If you want to try it, it's right here.
Oh, yeah.
I only made 2 cases of it, and that's all I have left. I was surprised by that. I didn't know people would like that one. As far as beekeeping, I've been doing it for 13 years. I have hives on top of Hilton, downtown Milwaukee. I do hives for them. I get hives in the city of Milwaukee. I get hives in East Troy, Hartford, Glendale, Mequon.
What's it like keeping bees in the city?
I don't know, it's not that bad.
Really?
It's not that bad. A lot of people ask, because they see all the concrete, they're like, oh, it's concrete. But the city actually has a lot of diversity, because you got a lot of parks, you got a lot of gardens around and everything, so. And then, too, you got different temperature. Within, like, rural areas, you got wide open spaces. In the city, you got a lot of wind blocks. So it's a little warmer. So
Maybe overwintering might be a little better?
If you've taken care of your bees and you've kept them healthy, yeah.
Should be fine.
See, there's nothing about it.
And what's the name of the company?
MJD Apiary.
Do you have a card?
Do I have a card?
Oh.
I actually have these specially made. These are aluminum.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
I have a person in Sheboygan named Kelly Parker that does it for me.
Wow.
They double as self-defense in case somebody catches you in an alley. You can use them for a knife.
Oh, you have the best energy, man.
Yeah.
You are awesome.
Oh, I don't. I fake this.
Fake until you make it, though, right?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. So if you want to try some,
Okay, yeah, I wanted to try one of the coffee ones.
French Vanilla's a bestseller, and then, well, this is what's left of the turtle.
Okay.
Pecans, everybody loves that one too.
I never even thought you could infuse it with so many things, though.
See, last year's when I came up with the crazy idea to do the coffee. And when I started doing, people, oh, nobody's gonna like that. That's crazy. Blah blah blah. Did it? Everybody started loving it. And I was doing a market, and the originals were the turtle, the hazelnut, and French vanilla.
Yeah.
And I was doing a market, and I was offering free samples. This woman was like, "I don't like coffee." I was like, "I don't like coffee either." Truth be told, I really don't like coffee. I can tell you everything that goes on in the box. I just don't like the byproduct. But she said she didn't like coffee. I was like, I don't either. And I had some spearmint green tea at home. Did an experiment. It worked out. A lot of people like that. So.
Definitely. Well, I definitely want to buy the French vanilla coffee because that one was really good.
Yeah, you're not gonna buy it. I'm just giving it to you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You sat here with me on camera. And
Oh, thank
I had no
you.
choice but to do that.
Well, this one's definitely amazing. Get a little bit of caffeine in there too.
Coffee means have caffeine.
So you guys come to his website? You sell online?
Yes, I do.
So come to his
I do
website
shipping and local delivery in Milwaukee.
and definitely let's help him grow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.